People think getting old means your life slows down, but no one tells you what really stops moving first. It's not your body, it's your place in your own home. I raised 3 children with these hands. I skipped meals so they could eat. I stayed awake when they were sick, and I prayed for them when I was tired. But one day, I realized something painful. I was still breathing, but I had already been forgotten. If you're listening to my voice right now, please don't leave, because my name is Margaret. I am 72 years old now. I live in the same house I moved into 45 years ago. Back then, this place was loud. It was full of running feet, slammed doors, school bags, laughter, and sometimes crying. This house raised my children just as much as I did. Now, it's quiet, not peaceful quiet, the kind of quiet that reminds you you're alone even when people are nearby. I didn't always live like this. I was once a mother who believed love was enough. I believed if I gave everything, I would never be left with nothing. I was wrong. When my husband passed away 12 years ago, my children promised me things would never change. Mom, you'll always stay with us. Mom, this is your home. Mom, you won't ever be alone. At first, they meant it. They checked on me, they asked if I needed anything, they sat with me at dinner, but time has a way of making promises fade, slowly. I was moved. Not out of the house, but out of importance. They gave me the smallest room. Not because they needed space, but because it was more convenient. That room is where I am now, a mattress on the floor. A small window that barely lets the sun in, a corner of a house I once ruled with love. I hear them laughing in the living room, I hear the TV playing, I hear life continuing. Without me, some days, no one speaks to me at all. Not how are you, Mom? Not did you eat? Not even good night. I stopped asking questions because answers became excuses. I'm busy. You know how work is. We'll talk later. Later never comes. When I got sick last winter, I stayed in that room for 3 days with a fever. I kept telling myself they would notice. They didn't. I made soup for them when they were children. Now I whisper to myself at night, hoping my cough doesn't disturb anyone. What hurts the most isn't the loneliness. It's the remembering. I remember holding their hands when they were afraid of the dark. Now I sit in the dark alone. I remember telling them, no matter what, I'm here. Now I wonder if anyone is here for me. Sometimes I talk. Just to hear a voice. I tell the walls stories. I tell the window my memories. Because if I don't speak, it feels like I'll disappear. And maybe that's what they're waiting for. But something happened recently. I didn't plan to change anything, not at first. I had spent so many years shrinking myself, learning how to take up less space, that the idea of choosing myself felt almost wrong. Mothers like me were taught that love meant endurance, silence, sacrifice. But one morning, something small happened. I woke up before everyone else, as usual. The house was still. I tried to stand, and a sharp pain shot through my leg. I sat back down on the mattress, breathing slowly, waiting for it to pass. No one heard me. I stayed there for hours. When my daughter finally walked past my door, she didn't look in. She didn't ask if I was okay. She just turned up the television volume and laughed at something I couldn't see. That was the moment I understood. I wasn't living in this house anymore, I was existing in it. That same afternoon, a woman from a local community center knocked on the door. She was visiting homes in the neighborhood, checking on seniors. My daughter almost sent her away. I'm fine, I said from my room. Please come in. She sat beside me and listened, really listened. I don't know why I told her everything. Maybe because she was a stranger? Maybe because she looked at me like I still mattered. Before she left, she gave me a card. It's never too late to be seen, she said. That night, I held that card like it was proof I still existed. A week later, I called the number. They helped me quietly, carefully, without judgment. A social worker came. She spoke to me alone. She asked questions no one had asked me in years. Do you feel safe here? Do you feel valued? Do you want something different? I cried when I answered. Not because I was weak, but because I had been strong for too long. Within a month, arrangements were made. I didn't tell my children right away. When the day came, I packed my things slowly. Not much had survived in that room anyway. A sweater. A photo. A life reduced to a few items. As I walked toward the door, my daughter finally noticed. Where are you going? She asked. I looked at her, really looked at her. I'm going somewhere I'm wanted. They didn't stop me. The new place wasn't big. It wasn't perfect. But people spoke to me there. They called me by my name. They asked for my opinion. I wasn't in the corner anymore. Weeks passed. Then months. One evening, my eldest son called. His voice was softer than I remembered. Mom. Are you okay? I answered honestly. Yes. I am. He paused. We didn't realize. I stopped him gently. You did, I said. You just didn't think it would matter. There was silence on the line. I didn't ask for apologies. I didn't ask for change. Some lessons don't need forgiveness to be complete. Today, I sit near a window where sunlight reaches me. I tell my story not because I want pity, but because I want truth to be heard. Getting old doesn't mean you become invisible. Being ignored does. If you're listening to me right now, remember this. You don't lose your worth because others forget how to see it. Sometimes, the bravest thing a grandmother can do is choose herself.